What's happening, people, and welcome to this week's episode of the Flex and Rants show, man. What are you saying?
All good.
How you been?
Good. Yeah, good. You know how it is. You know how it is, bro.
Yeah, you've had a lot going on this week on online, innit?
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah,
I'm saying I'm active, innit?
And I'm sure you lot know as well what we're talking about. But that's not what any of the show is about. Obviously, we're here to talk real talk, man, about our team, and all attention is on this Champions League game against Barcelona, man. Wednesday night under the lights. Messi's just on smoke right now.
He's been on smoke for the last 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. You know? He's ever been a time where he's been out of form. Yeah. I'm just gonna say this right here. Shoot me down for being a pessimist or whatever you lot want to call it. I think we're holding corn. I think we're holding some serious smoke.
I wouldn't.
I think we are.
I wouldn't think that you were mad for saying that. It's common sense, isn't it? You know what I mean? I said it. I said the PSG thing, cool. They ain't gonna strike twice. We get past one, but then, bro, we get Barca. Yeah, I can only envisage smoke, bro. Like I can't.
It's a different. It's a level up from that, and even the PSG thing. The game at home is a level up.
PSG's never done nothing in Europe.
No, exactly. No. And they still got better players and were expected to beat us as well. And we did lose comfortably in the end at home after we had a bad performance in the first half, but PSG weren't really at it as well. And then obviously the two injuries that happened. But what I would like to see is a reaction, though. We haven't been playing well recently.
Yeah, we left.
I would like to see us just. Do you know what I'm saying? Since then,
game, we've been dead.
And I would like to see us have a quick start. Putting them under some pressure and creating chances and stuff. Because there are still players in there inside of what we've got. They're just not playing well at the moment. And I just think with that form that we've got now, I think it's going to be so difficult to get a positive result against Barcelona. And I sound like a defeatist, but I'm just being real, man. Having experienced that Paris thing, technically I should be sitting here saying, when the draw was made, I'm not going to lie, against Barcelona, just come back fresh from Paris as well. And I was like, do you know what? If it can happen in the first time, why not, And then, last time Ollie went there, look what happened. I was in that mode.
Yeah,
But you have to kind of skim it back. Yeah, you've got to skim it back and be like, do you know what? Now let's actually think about this.
Form does go out the window in cup games. However, it's Barcelona, bro. You know what I mean? You always have to remember that even if they're not playing well, even their last game, Messi and Suarez just decided to turn up for the last 10 minutes and just put Atletico to bed. You see what I'm saying? This is what it is.
That's the levels there, isn't it?
We need to keep man quiet for 94 minutes, blood. Do you know what I mean?
And you know what, as well, that does even makes me even more of a pessimist is the fact that we could potentially get a decent result, like a 1-1 or a 1-0 win or 2-1 or only lose 2-1 or something. But you see the same thing that happened to PSG. They won 4-0 at the Parc des Princes. Rants, they won 4-0. Then it went back to the new camp. Hell of smoke. Hell of smoke. One of the best comebacks in the history of the Champions League. What was that? 6-1, I think that game was, or 6-2, something like that. Can't remember what it was, but it was a crazy ass thing. And that's the thing, the new camp. Another dumb thing I thought of as well that made me come back to reality. I was thinking, Tottenham, in the group stages, they went there, they got a draw, they needed a draw to get through. They also had chances. But that was Barcelona in Gear 1. Yeah. Already qualified. It's just different, innit? The levels are just different. Yeah. And there's no shame in losing to them. And look, obviously I'm going to be there shouting my arse off behind the boys.
There's absolutely no shame.
Getting pumped. I want us to do the bits, innit? Yeah. But I just, with the way we're playing right now, I just can't see it.
Exactly, where's it going to come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking, because there's no one that's on form now where you can say, you know what? He's our guy, bro.
Exactly. No one's on form.
No one's playing
Pogba's not playing well. Martial's not playing well. Lingard's been missing since he's come back from injury. Yeah. Rashford back in could probably cause some problems here and there. But again, if we don't get him the ball enough, then he's not going to be able to do anything. Our midfield hasn't been dominating games like it has. And hardly any midfield dominates Barcelona's. At the back, it's difficult, isn't it? Because I don't think Phil Jones will be anywhere near it. It'll probably be Lindelof and Smalling back restored. Yeah. Don't think Bayer will just come in from nowhere. Can I see them just keeping them quiet? No, I can't.
Yeah, you just think
in personnel-wise, law of averages exactly says that they're going to score. Personnel-wise, then, how do we look to approach this game? Then do we just concede possession completely sit back and try and hit on the counter? Do we try and put them under pressure? Because what I do see against these teams, the foreign teams, sometimes when they come up against English opposition, sometimes they don't like that quick physicality and getting in behind that intensity.
They don't like it.
Do we try and force the issue and try and bounce off an atmosphere that's going to be loud?
I would, because they're not used to playing at that intensity week in, week out. And if you're going to catch them napping, it would be if you play like that. If you try and play possession based, they're going to get you.
Yeah. Because the way they press and recover the ball back so quickly as well.
And they recover the ball high up the pitch. And what we don't need is people like Phil Jones and Chris Smalling who can't play football. Who trying to play out the back. The best way to beat a Barcelona is to be very direct, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying long ball direct, but I'm saying get the ball from back to front in as little touches, passes
in channels,
3-4. Do you know what I mean? Get them into the channel, let Rashford run onto the.
I think Rashford's going to be key.
And build the attacks from there.
Rashford's going to be key, whether he can look after the ball as well. We don't want him running down blind alleys a lot of the time. Sometimes he does do that, gets on the ball, and his instinct is to obviously take someone straight away. He'll just run in like a tunnel vision and then get crowded out.
That's it for me.
It's got to be balls in channels that are into good areas, not just in there for the sake of it.
You just have to stretch the play, attack them pretty quickly, very direct, man.
Midfield battle, I mean, you think of Herrera, what he's capable of in terms of, doing the man marking thing on the Hazard, and, he can do that scumbag job that no one wants to do. It was one of the questions actually, but we'll talk about it now. Do we try to deploy that kind of thing, like Herrera just looking after someone, or they've just got too much?
Nah, you can't man mark no one, bro. I think
can't do that. You can't mark Messi out of the game.
But they get him sent off, you know what I mean? Barcelona are too cute for that. You know what I mean? If you try and man mark these guys, man, they'll just back into him, go down yellow card, and
it's got to be a collective, innit?
Playing on a yellow card for 80 minutes. That's what will happen.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be a defensive masterclass, and to be fair, Ollie's defensive capabilities have been severely overlooked. Defensively, we look solid under him. You know what I mean? Game for game, I don't look at us thinking, we look like we're going to concede bare. No. That's even with fucking Jones and Smalling. Yeah,
it's just with the mistakes that, like in the Wolves game, when we made those mistakes, the heads just went. But up until that point, I hear what you're saying. Our actual problem at the moment is actually the free-flowing, interchanging football we experienced early in Ollie's thing, man. That's kind of gone at the minute. And I can't, again, that was another question. I can't really put my finger on it.
Like, I don't know what's going on, because it's like,
so where is it?
We started doing all kinds of bits here, and then, you know what it was?
People are saying honeymoon period.
People thought it was, but I don't think it was. I think that it was the fact that we are a counter-attacking team, bro, at present, because we don't have the players to keep the ball. Like, our midfielders are just like moving mad. Like, they can't keep the ball, bro. Like, you look at them. Matic can't pass for shit. Man can't pass win, bro. And then you got Herrera. Like, he's good, but his passing is very limited. Do you know what I mean? He'll give you a decent 5-yard pass.
Pogba's the only one who can.
Pogba's the only one that's got any variation to his passing, and he can keep the ball.
And even him, he's been trying too hard recently, losing possession very easily.
He's been trying to do 2 or 3 jobs. So, our midfield, they don't take care with the ball, innit? So because of that, we can't out-possess teams. Like, we can't. We just have to be quick.
But our transition hasn't been good as well in these games. And that's what you're saying about the whole where's it gone? Because where's the transition gone?
We don't control the midfield anymore.
No.
Like, we're not controlling the midfield. That's the biggest problem. And because our midfield's getting overran, I think, like, our build-up play suffers because we're not creating as much. And I think that's what it is. And I think that Ollie knows that we need to improve in there, and he will buy in there. That's why, like, I'm not really getting too carried away. I'm not judging him too harshly on what he's done this season, because he's already overachieved in my eyes.
It's important. We've got to look at it like that. I think the footballing world, rival fans as well, and all that will obviously be laughing their heads off if we hold smoke by Barcelona. But I don't know. Is there loads of you guys at home that are thinking, nah, you're really looking forward to this, and because of the Paris thing, you're still thinking it? Let's put it to you lot, because there are 2 ways of looking at it. It's not just our opinion that counts. It's about all you lot as well. And, like, I want to know as well in the comments, how many of you are thinking, nah, flexing Rants, nah, do you know what? If we can go to PSG and win in the manner that we did, coming back from that, why not? It's the 20th anniversary.
Yes,
of 99.
Yeah.
Ollie's the manager. he scored that winning goal.
Yeah.
There's loads of little sentimental things in there.
There is.
But there's sentiment and there's reality.
And there's Lionel Messi, blood.
And there's Lionel
Messi says, fuck all this sentiment, bruv. I'm going to binge you out. That's what he's saying, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Messi, 20-yard free kick.
Exactly. It's hard, isn't it?
Crossbar.
And you know what? I can see what's going to happen, yeah? This video is going to go out, yeah? And then I would have said all these things. And when I get near Old Trafford, when I get near the ground, I see all the fans and I hear a couple of people say, I'm going to be like, nah, man, but we could put in a good performance. We could do it, man. We could do it. We could do it. I did it against PSG.
You did.
Because we was in a good moment then. And in my road trip on the way up, I was like, nah, do you know what? Nah, we've been playing well under Ollie. Why not? Of course we can. And then like the first 50, I was like, we're not at the races.
Slapped all over
and it just got
gap.
progressively worse from there. But then I went to Paris thinking, if you lot watch the vlog, I was like, well, I'm here and obviously we're 2-0 down, so it's not impossible, but it's very unlikely. Then I was being silly. I was like begging for flipping, Mbappe to have a day off at the bus stop and all that. I'm going to be looking for some posters of Messi. I'll be doing the same thing on the return leg if we're not 5-0 down. But there is that kind of thing of like, I don't know, man, as fans, we can sit here and look at the reality, but our heart like will sometimes still be like, nah, but if Pogba turns up and then Martial's running and then things can happen.
These things can happen in football. This is why it's mad. Like in football, you could be playing super shit.
Yeah.
And then you just turn
put
it
out
on.
a result.
One time you turn it on, yeah, like you just bag 2 goals in 10 minutes, and it's all like raw.
Because also a positive performance in this, yeah, even if we lose or draw, yeah, because I'm not even necessarily have to win the game, but a positive performance where we can see that we're kind of put the last 4 games to bed, those performance levels, could springboard us, in terms of the top 4.
Rest of the season. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Like I think we're at a crucial time here. Momentum is very important. And I think if we build up, if we win this will give us the momentum to build for the rest of the season.
Even if we don't win the tie, just winning this at home to
even
Barcelona.
If we just win the home leg.
Because I still think if we win the home leg, like by 1
it's
goal,
anyone's,
we'll still go out.
But the fucked up thing is, at home, them man can slap 6.
Can hold some serious.
And that's the problem with Barca. Like even when you win, it's just like, bruv, you can go to their ground and you can just get sacrificed.
That's what I'm saying. 2-0 lead. It's not enough.
It's not enough. You need 3, blood. And even if you need 3, you need to score. You need to score the 3rd one. In the 85th minute. Blood. And it's 3-0 up. And then even then, do you know what I mean? Messi will get a penalty, and score a free kick, bro, and probably nutmeg like 5 of your players and dink your keeper, bro. Like I just don't.
Why'd you have to put it like that?
Bro, that's what he does, isn't it? Like it's just not fair, man.
It isn't fair.
It's not fair, bro.
And I think we done a stat on the WTF show where he scored 40 goals or more for 10 seasons running. That's just. I mean, what even is that?
It's a piss take. That's what it is, bro. You shouldn't be allowed to play no more, bro.
Shit, man.
Just give it to someone else.
How could you be that like you're playing with professional players? Everyone's professional. We're playing football their lives, but you're treating man like school kids.
Yeah, but this is it. So
how is that possible?
So with all that in mind, like
we're gonna lose. Yeah, let us know what you lot are saying. That's our little Barcelona roundup. To sum it up in a nutshell, I am not confident. I'm sorry. I hate saying this, but even under the Jose era, the other guy, like you know what you get with me. You don't get just sentiment, and I always say how I feel, and I have to say it. I don't think we're gonna lose. I think we're gonna lose both legs. I do.
Oh,
I do.
Oh, see, like
I do feel that.
I do, but I feel like man could do a bookie one at home and get like a draw.
Okay.
I think we could get a bookie draw at home.
There's always a chance of that.
Like a 2-2, like bookie 2-2. You know them exciting ones, and then go away from home and hold a 3-0.
For us to get a positive result, I'll finish it off here. For us to get a positive result, we'd have to have a very uncharacteristic performance from the last month. Oh yeah, which is a fact.
If we perform like we performed last month, man, I'm gonna get 6 in our clock. Yeah,
exactly. And you know what else about it? If we're gonna beat them, nobody can play less than a 7.
Than a 7, yeah. Yeah.
And if someone does, it can only be 1. You can't carry any 5s and 6s.
To turn up, and just be on their shit. Yeah, like, that's what we need, man. We need a miracle. Because that doesn't happen in real life, blood.
That's a miracle.
Dude, come on, man. You can't pull up with fucking Ashley Young, bro. At right back.
Actually, hold on a minute. Before we move on. This is what I mean. when you break it down, Dembele, I don't even think he's playing, but even Coutinho, well, I don't know, he could probably do a number on Coutinho.
Right.
But even if Messi's drifting out to there with Suarez or whatever, if any of these men are coming up against Ashley Young, like, what do you think's gonna happen? Hands in the face.
Bro,
what do you think's gonna happen?
I can't even fathom, yeah. Like, the more I think about that, the more I just want to jump out this window, fam. Ashley Young ain't got a chance in hell, blood. If them man catch hold of Ashley Young, bro.
Even Smalling, bro. In the foot race or something like that.
No, to be
like,
fair, Smalling's got pace though. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's just, you see another Phil Jones meme when he's getting knotted, bruv. Man's getting cane road by Messi.
And then even in the midfield, yeah, if we start Matic, yeah,
with his 3-point turn.
and then
Herrera. Oh my god.
And Pogba, I've just got a pattern in my head, like
not
just
mobile
Busquets
enough.
just
Yeah.
bopping and Rakitic just bopping, making man do fucking shuttle runs,
I don't
suicides.
know. We will see, innit? But I'm not optimistic. I'm thinking we're gonna get clotted still.
Yeah, there you go. So my prediction, unfortunately, is 2 losses, man. I hate saying that. I don't. This is nothing to do with the top 4. We'll talk about that later in the show. But just with these 2 games, I just fear the worst, man. I'm sorry to say it, guys, but yeah. What are you going with over 2 legs?
Oh,
Score wise or winning?
it's just an L, innit? Like, I think that
It's an all round L.
I think 4-2 probably over 2 legs. Like, I just can't see it, bro. Anyhow we beat them, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Listen, there's always a chance in it. I'm not completely saying absolutely no, but my gut feeling is we're going to lose over two games. And like I said, both legs, I think we'll just lose. If we win, don't get me wrong, I'll be over the moon. I don't know what I did. Yeah, I don't know what I did. Because this will be one of them. I'll be like how I was after the PSG game, because I just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. Oi, that was mad.
Because to
that
come
was
back
scenes.
like that,
I was emotional, bruv. Like,
crazy.
That felt mad. I felt mad, but this just feels different.
Yeah, reality's coming back. Let us know what you guys' predictions are on the Barcelona game at home and obviously away. Have we got a chance? Are we being too pessimistic? Do we need to remember that it is, 20th anniversary of the Bayern Munich game? Do we remember that Ollie's at the wheel and stuff like that? The PSG game shows it. Do we need to think more like that? Or has the realism kicked in, the reality kicked in terms of we're not playing very well at the moment, we're in a bad patch of form. Barcelona are not in a bad patch of form and Messi is not in a bad patch of form. Let us know your thoughts on that. Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah.
His agent came out and said loads of places attract Rom.
And where was the energy, bruv?
Yeah.
Where was that Pogba energy, bruv?
He said loads of places attract Rom.
Yeah.
He wants to tell his kids that he's gone here and won stuff and been there and done it.
Well, his kids ain't gonna have books to read. I could have just showed them that.
He'll look at his focus right now is on finishing top 4. Anything is open, kind of thing. Thoughts?
Trash, you know what I'm saying? Because if that was PP, man would have been going crazy. Oh, you got your agent talking again. Sack your agent. This, that, and the other. Remember?
Do you think they haven't done that because a lot of people don't want him to stay, so see it as like
bro.
Good. We want good. Talk.
Bro,
let your agent talk.
I'm telling you.
Because I think that.
Like,
if that would have been Pogba.
Either way, they should have still had the same energy,
Yeah.
because it's like Rom's like got his guy coming out saying about leaving and that. They wanted him to get rid of his last agent. He got rid of him, and this guy's still talking shit, which means it must be coming from the car. Has to be. I'm saying the man's moving like that.
I think a lot of United fans are seeing it as a please do.
Yeah,
like,
me too. But
do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm seeing
if you've got a chance to get man out the door and recoup 60 M's, 50 M's.
Do you know what I'm saying? But
do you think he wants to leave? Because he hasn't been starting.
I think
He's not the number 1 starter anymore.
Like, in his
That's
head,
one thing that
in
we
his
do
head,
know.
he's the best striker in the league. He is
Yeah.
in his head, bro. Do you know what I mean? In his feet, he's not top 20. So, do you know what I mean? This is how it is. But in his head, he's top 10, innit? So
he's top 20 in the league.
If there's 20 clubs in the league, he's not top 20. You know why he's not top 20? Because there's certain clubs that have got at least 2 strikers better than man. We're one of them. Rashford and Martial, blood. You know, like that. Okay, no, blood. Probably have Greenwood as well, blood. Oh my God, nah, Lukaku, bro. Nah, man. Man can't finish a rice cake. Bro.
I think he definitely is thinking about his future because
He has to
you got to remember under the other guy, he is number one.
Guaranteed nailed.
Guaranteed. And even when he started to drop him, he must have thought, you know.
Bro, he did.
Even I'm
he
not
said
like,
that. I sat
and
down
it's
with the
slowly
manager.
kind of
The
gone down from
manager
there.
sat him down and spoke to him and said, listen, you're shit at the moment. I have to drop you, blood.
Yeah.
Like, I've tried everything.
Yeah. Then he had that little purple patch where he scored like what 4 and 3 or 6. No, it was 6.
3 braces. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 and 3 it was, I think.
Back
Which was good, and we was kind of saying, you know what, we're gonna need him to. And then that kind of fizzled out. Missed that sitter against Wolves. You know.
Yeah. Bro, which one though? You talking about the header?
The header, yeah, the header. Because Jesse had the other header.
Fam.
Yeah, nuts.
Straight at the keeper, you had the whole goal to aim. See what I'm saying?
So all of that taken into account.
How many times in this season has he missed a chance and it's cost us the game, bro? I've lost count.
Mm.
This is why he's not elite and he'll never be elite. And I said on one of my videos on my channel, yeah, probably since the 90s, early 90s, we haven't had a worse striker, bro. Like starting, we just haven't. Like when I see that header, yeah, if that drops to Rude, Van Persie, Rooney, Louis Saha, like Berbatov, all these men, they all score that goal.
You know what? If it drops to Flex this story, yeah, because I'll tell you what, yeah, he's laughing, yeah, because he wasn't there at the second game that we had at United Stand FC. I scored a goal to get us back in 1-1, yeah, after my team conceded early on, and it wasn't exactly like that, but it was about 6-7 yards out, if that, straight in. Take a leaf out of my book, bro. It's not hard,
bro. I just don't even know with you, fam. I even know with
what? Flex this story, man. I'm right place, right time, fox in the box, bro.
I hear that.
And I'm a scumbag. And how many free kicks I win? Yeah. Like you'll see. I said to Wa, you think I'm not that good in it? I goes, look how many free kicks I'm gonna win. I just arse and elbows, and the defenders go, he's backing into me, he's pulling me. So walk off winking, fam.
Nice, man.
Didier Drogba-esque.
It's fair enough, man.
I mean?
I just think that Rom is just, it's ludicrous, bro.
It is.
Like, I just don't understand it, bro.
I think it's a good opportunity.
I saw a stat, yeah, was it that Jimenez, bro?
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
More goals against the top 6 in one season than Rom has in the last 4 seasons. And you, man, still think that I've got a vendetta, like, and an agenda against this bro. No, blood. Like, he's trash. Because he can say, like, he came out the other day and was like, yeah, I'm Belgium's all-time top scorer and that, yeah, and my Premier League record and all that, but bruv. Oh, fuck.
That's making you lose it. He's making you lose your breath, bro. Jesus. You're right there, mate.
Stat padder, bro. Stat padder, bro. Bro, like, I was so upset, man, choked, fam. You know what I'm saying? Stat padder, bro.
I do look at, do you know what? I tried to convince myself at one stage.
He has just his
that he's a very good striker because because you look at the numbers. The numbers don't lie though.
He does it against the small teams, which means he should be playing for them. Because you have to beat the teams around you, to challenge. If you're a top striker and you're scoring against the top teams, you should play for a top team because the top teams need to beat the teams around them.
It just proves the difference between good and elite.
Jamie Vardy bangs more against the top 6 than Lukaku, blood. And he doesn't play for a top 6 club. So Jamie Vardy should be at a top 6 club and he should be at Leicester. That's the real shit, bro.
Yeah.
You have to beat what's around you. What stops you from getting relegated? Beating the teams around you that are in that same dogfight, bro.
And then it goes to what gets you winning things.
But there you go. You have to beat the teams around you. Yeah. So when you're going away from home to Anfield and not losing, when you're going to the Etihad, brother, not losing. You know what I'm saying? When you're going to the Emirates and not losing. Those little things, bridge, you know what I mean? Exactly. You go to those places and you give a good account of yourself. That is what does it for you. So for me, bruv, he ain't a top striker. I don't care what the stats say, innit? I don't care what he tells himself. Because anyone can come back against minnows, playing for that very star-studded Belgian team. But in the Premier League, against the top teams, you're so easy to mark, bruv. Man, just on your first touch and you're out.
And the thing, for how, like, fast he can be.
That's what the man is saying.
Like his pace and all that. Yeah, he's like, I'm like, where's the movement? Like, what I see Rom do is this a lot of the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to answer a question in class?
No, but you know
Like,
what it is?
he's just got his hand up all the time and he makes the same
It's because,
run.
you know when you're
And he never comes short.
He's just grown up always being the big guy, innit? So he's like, oh, just give me the ball, yeah, because I can just throw people around. But when you play big man football, that don't work.
You get found out straight
You have to
away.
use your brain. That's why in and around the box,
Yeah.
he'll always get you goals, bro, because he's got that physical presence and he can make half a yard to get a shot off.
And not only will it not
Outside
work...
the box, he's not on nothing.
Exactly, and not only will it not work like as you play big man football, but then you'll only score so many goals playing for like a West Brom or a Leicester or Everton as he was. You'll only get so many goals, but then when you go to the upper echelons of the football realms, the Man Uniteds, if he ever ends up at like even the Juve, well, to be fair, Italy's a different league, so he probably might actually do all right there.
Yes.
But when you play for these teams and the type of football they play, it's not good enough to just stand on the last man and go here. Because that's what I see him do. I see Pogba with the ball, or whoever's got it, whoever.
Yeah.
And I just see him make the same run, which is just towards the goal.
Yeah.
He doesn't come, check, give me feet, spin, half turn. He doesn't link the play. And the only effective way to use Rom is to stick him within the width of the 18th and say, right, stay here.
Yeah.
And we'll just try and give you chances. And as a club, as a team, we haven't really played like that with marauding wingers, loads of crosses, flying fullbacks, loads of crosses. We don't play like that. So it was just a disaster. Always going to end up a disaster, really. And I think if we can move him on in the summer. The thing is, like you said, his ego's so big, he will think that he should be playing every single game, 90 minutes, for a team out there.
Imagine his agent's talking that shit,
So,
it's not like he's due a new contract.
There you go, exactly. He's got like 3 years left.
Yeah, like, bruv, the reason why his agent's talking like that is because he's probably thinking, you know what, he's not starting, he's not happy with not starting.
Yeah, let's
We're
have
trying
a
to
look
see
at things.
who's interested.
Yeah, absolutely. Do we let him go, guys? If the agent's making these noises, we know what Lukaku's like. He wants to be, the main man, and he's certainly not that under Oli. He's made it clear that Rashford's his number one striker, in my opinion, and Rom is not. He's been on the bench a lot, and if he has started, he doesn't always finish the game as well. So that it's definitely, which is probably a good thing that Oli's seen that. We're seeing a pattern there. Obviously, Fellaini went, so we are seeing little bits of. Things where Ollie's kind of moving people on or saying, well, you're not a starter.
Yeah, I respect that.
So, do we move him on? Let us know what you lot think, man. I want to know if you think we should get rid of Lukaku or not. Next up, man, we've got to hit the comments. The comments, man. Or say comments, the questions, man. Because a lot of people, like, we get inundated. Like, every time we put out this tweet saying, can we have you lot's questions? Can we have you lot's tweets and that?
Hundreds.
You lot, the interaction's sick. So let's start off with this guy. Muzamil says, hi guys, best show on YouTube, thank you. You guys worried that Solskjaer and his staff is too close to the English players. That's why we won't get rid of the Chuckle brothers and Young. Also, do you guys rate Aaron Wan-Bissaka? Doesn't seem to have shown the forward play, bit like Shaw, but better defensively. So let's talk about the first one. Do you think Solskjaer and McPhelan and Carrick and stuff are maybe too close to those English lads? So your Smallings, your Joneses,
it's a concern of mine. It is a concern of mine. I can't pretend it's not, man. Like, United have always had that British core, but I just feel like these British crop are not good enough, bro.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? Like, Jones and Smalling should have been moved on. Ashley Young's trash. So I do think so. I am concerned, bro. Like I was saying, because
there's got to be a reason why they renewed these contracts.
Like,
why? How has that happened?
Brother, when you look at the squad that Klopp inherited, he dashed all the dead wood.
One by one, man.
All of them. None of them are left. Like, them man were bringing in all 7 men.
Who's left? Probably Milner. Like that.
But this is it. Know what I mean? And he brought Trent.
And Lallana maybe,
Yeah. But that's what you got to do.
Sturridge just sitting there.
We're out of here, letting these men live. Like, they're living well as well. Of being a whack ball.
I tried to put my hand on it, and I know at the time, this is what I mean, at the time people were saying when these guys got given new contracts, but if they're going to be 5th choice flex, and I'm seeing Jones actively playing roles, I'm seeing Smalling play week in, week out, and no, Smalling is not as bad as Jones, but Smalling will give you 10 good games, and then the 11th and 12th and 13th game after that will be shit. Facts. And then you'll get another 8 good games, and then, do you know what I'm saying?
It's not good enough. Like, when men are like that, and that's their consistency levels, they need to be coming in for like 1 or 2 games tops, and then know their place.
That's it.
When you're seeing that name on the starting lineup every week, you're worried.
Exactly. And even with Smalling, when he is putting in them sevens, where he's being defensively solid, he still can't initiate attacks. He still can't receive the ball well. He still can't pass out well from the back.
Yep.
Like there's been in the last couple of games, he's tried to ping. He's tried to ping passes.
He's so
hand
limited.
up. Sorry, he is very limited. He's up for a fight. He's up for a ruck.
That's what he's good at.
So a Troy Deeney or a Glenn Murray and someone backing into. He's up for that. He wins everything in the air.
Him and Jones can't play together because both of them ain't got feet. Yeah. Both of them think they like to attack the ball, but Phil Jones, when he attacks the ball, he ends up fucking turning into a meme. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, neither of them can really pass. Yeah. If you had to choose between the two of them, you'd have to say that probably fucking... Imagine Chris Smalling could probably pass better than him. And that's horrible.
And that's terrible. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And Eric Bailly is just the forgotten man now.
Bro, Eric Bailly...
I think he's going to go in the summer.
He's gone, bro. He's gone.
And that annoys me, man. I just hope if he does go, he doesn't go anywhere in the Premiership, because if he went to somewhere like Arsenal who could do with him, I think he could do bits, man. I'll be sorry to see him.
I absolutely do think he could do bits, man, but it's not worth thinking about.
Yeah, for real. And the second part of that question was also, do you rate Wan-Bissaka? He doesn't seem to have shown the forward play, a bit like Shaw, but better defensively.
Loads of people keep saying that.
That he's better than Shaw defensively, he's saying.
Yeah, but they keep saying that he hasn't shown his forward play. Yeah. But for me, I've seen enough positivity from him. Because obviously, when you're playing for Crystal Palace, it's not like you're playing on the offensive every time. Do you know what I mean? But the facts are, he's doing his defensive jobs. He gets up and down, and he does go at his man. I've seen him pick up the ball, isolate defenders, and try and dribble at them, step over, go past them. At least he's trying, isn't it? Like, I want to see that mentality. My thing is with Shaw, he doesn't try and go past people.
Yeah. He looks, Wan-Bissaka looks ready to just gallop at all costs, and just go past. Like, this is my game. I'm trying to go past people at all costs.
This is
I think Luke Shaw's still very hesitant. He's like kind
precisely, but that's the only difference, really. Like, so, like, I'm here for Wan-Bissaka. Like,
Mounier as well. There's talks of as well.
I know, but I'll take him. I want Wan-Bissaka though.
Okay,
I do.
Ruan7 says, do you think if we win against Barcelona, we could win the Champions League? I think we could beat Liverpool in the semi-finals.
If we beat Barcelona, bro, we could beat Jesus FC. I'm going to be real with you. Man, I could beat Al-Qaeda. We could beat anyone. I swear to you, blood. If we beat Barcelona, man, bro, we'll defeat the White Walkers, I swear. Like, there's no one that can beat us.
Do you know what? I do think... You know what? Against PSG, because it was an earlier round, you're saying I'd rather go out to PSG and concentrate on the top four and that. If we beat Barcelona, who are probably favourites to win it, anything can happen.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely anything can happen. I mean, it'd be very difficult against Liverpool over two legs, but you would have to, you'd have to be have some form of confidence.
Absolutely.
But like we said earlier in this show, we don't think we're getting past this next round. But you never know. Again, this is another Champions League question. I'm going to skip that. Love the show, bros. In regards to Sanchez, who's he? Do you think there are any chance for him at United? And if not, can we get rid of him in the summer? I think we'll struggle to get rid of him because of his wages, and I think the fact that he will just go, mate, I don't need to go anywhere. I'm on 400k a week. I'll just sit on.
But the thing is, it's not just the wages. He's not playing well, bro.
Yeah, and who would want to buy him?
Who would want that?
You have to. The only place he can go is China.
Bro, man scored what, like 3 goals in nearly 2 years.
Yeah. Or is it a case of he could go on a continent and probably do all right in Italy or something?
He could definitely do well in Italy because that league's trash. However, like, we've tried everything to accommodate this guy and he's just crap. I don't know what it is. I feel like his legs have gone and Italy would suit him. He's lost his acceleration.
So Italy or China for him?
Yeah.
Isn't it? I'm pretty much done with him unless he goes on a ridiculous run of form in these next 6 games, which he's not even back fit.
If he comes back, and bags a brace in every one of the games to remain, then
you might start to think of him still being a player.
Yep. But until now, he's dead to me, bro.
He could be. I think his buy is worse than the Torres one.
Bro, it's the worst buy in the history of the Premier League, just based on expectation and the fact that he was about before. Do you know what I mean? I think it's the worst, bro. When you think about the money spent, all the gas for the piano,
I know.
All of that shit.
It is embarrassing.
For what? You're a mug. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Quasimodo, bro.
What midfield would you prefer? Matic, Herrera, Pogba, or Fred, Herrera, Pogba to start against Barcelona? Love the show from Malawi. Right.
This guy, someone asked me this question earlier. It has to be McTominay, Fred, and Pogba for me. It has to be, bro, because I need that mobility.
So no Herrera?
No.
You wouldn't start Herrera?
But he hasn't been on form though. He's been whack. Like, do you know what I mean? Since he's come back from injury, he's been shit. That's what people are forgetting.
I would go with Herrera, Pogba, and Fred. But actually, they're never going to do that because they need a balance. They will need. Matic is going to start this game.
If Matic starts,
he's going to start.
Done out here.
He's going to start.
But if Matic starts, we're getting slapped all over the place.
He's going to start. Rants,
he can't pass.
He's going to start.
You see, with his ball retention, yeah, the only way is out for us. I don't care.
But then if I did go with that
pocket
Fred,
picked by Rakitic,
100%,
and the man are getting wrapped, bro. Messi top business.
I'm just thinking about it now. If I did go with the Fred, Herrera, and Pogba, I just think maybe defensively, you'd ask for Herrera to be the deepest line and do a job. No, I would. If I would
deepest
swap out.
line, he can't pass, blood.
He doesn't need to. He just needs to give it to Pogba and Fred.
Yeah, he's been needing to do that for a while.
Because I just think his energy as well. I don't know. I think it could be a game for Herrera. It could be a chance for him to have a good game. How long do you think it would take you? Oh, this is from a rival fan. This is from a Liverpool fan. Oh, there's Liverpool fans watching. Can see chest with the window there. How long do you think it will take you to see glory? You reckon you will ever get close to seeing the old Manchester United with Oli?
How close is close, blood? You know what I'm saying? Like, we were close, blood, in the first 5 games. When Oli came back, blood, and then he died, blood.
I mean,
you know what it is, yeah? I always said, yeah, and I've said repeatedly on my channel, I'm not judging Oli, yeah, until he gets in his players, because he's still got a fucking Mourinho, he's got a Mourinho side, and he's squeezing the juice out of them, man. They're not fit. Not fit the way he wants them to be fit, running around the way he wants them to run. They don't fit the profile of the players that he wants. He wants dynamic players that can play that way. We don't have those, man. Do you know what I'm saying? We're the most lopsided team in the league. They're saying that 30% of our attacks come down the right-hand side. The right-hand side needs to be addressed, fullback and winger. There's a lot that needs to be done. If Oli gets in 5 man in the summer, yeah, like that he wants, and doesn't have to be big marquee names. It just needs to be 5 man that could do it.
Fit the profile.
That fit the profile. If he gets 5 man that fit the profile, then I'll start looking at, boom, like how are we doing? And I honestly believe if we get the man that he wants, like we're challenging. Like I'm not saying we're gonna win the league, but I'm saying that we'll be up there. So I'm
none of the wheels fell off.
None of the wheels have fallen off for me, bro. Like at the end of the day, people have blips, innit?
Of course.
And the thing is, we are unfortunate that we had a whole half a season blip before the last guy left. So now we're having a little bad patch, yeah? People are going on like it's the end of the world, but Spurs gave up a 10-point lead. Like, what, you going to sack Poch? Because man gave up 10 points. Do you see what I mean? Like, what does that mean? You can't question Ollie's credentials based on a little blip. Like, Arsenal went on a run, a mad run that took them all the way up into 3rd, then they died. Like, so... This is what it is. It's football, bruv. Like, it's up and down.
Yeah, they're not going to look to sack Emery.
They're not going to sack Emery because, like, at the end of the run, then they died to Everton.
Yeah.
So there has to be some perspective. So for me,
not worried.
I'm not worried. I think Ollie can bring us closer to
the glory days.
The glory days than any of the previous managers have.
Okay. At the Joshua Ian says, is 200 M's enough for this summer?
No, because we're not.
It's not.
Because we're not selling no one. But saying that, I'm hearing all this money touted around for Koulibaly, is bullshit, like. That he'll be available for closer to like 70, 80, not 100 and odd. And if he costs 70 million, cool.
Okay.
Saying that.
I don't think 200 is enough if you think about it. But it does. That's why I'm slightly worried about the summer, because let's face it, we need to ship out, let's say, 5 players. If we say Rojo, Darmian, Mata, I think another centre half will go. So if you say maybe Bailly,
Darmian, Rojo, Mata, but I think
Herrera, so that's 5.
Yeah, 5.
And we still haven't signed a replacement for Fellaini.
Gone, so that's 6.
Yeah.
But I do think.
Are we literally going to ship in 5?
Through. I think Ghana will come through next season, and then we'll cop a couple more.
Yeah. With the 200 M's though, if you look at it, so say, there's talks of getting Partey as well. He's sick.
He's way.
If each of these good players cost upwards of 50 M's.
Yeah, but we could probably get him for just that. Maybe, you know what I'm saying?
And Sancho, if we're looking at him, is going to cost upwards of 60, 70,
60,
young
70.
English doing bits, maybe even 80. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just feel that 200 would be, and our sell-on of what we've got going out is not hundreds coming in. So I do worry that 200 is actually not
great,
enough.
But you know what, bruv? Like,
it's a good start though.
I just feel like
if the profile is right.
Yeah, he's gonna buy players that match the profile and not just players that are marquee. So I think we might see a few signings that maybe on everyone's mouth, but they turn out to be very good signings, you know?
It's an interesting one. We'll listen to a couple more. Isn't Lingard overrated? Looking at the stats and all, playing consistently for the last 3 years, next to nothing assists, minimum goals.
No, because I don't think he's overrated. I think people accept him for what he is. Like,
which is?
He's a very hard-working player. He's a squad player. He's a very competent player, like, technically. Plays one touch well. Movement's very good off the ball. He never stops working. And that's just what...
Is that enough if he doesn't get more goals and assists though?
Yeah, but...
If he's an attacker?
It's enough for now because we ain't got no one better than him to play on the right-hand side.
So longevity-wise, like you said, you did say squad player, so
man, know
there
that.
should be players
but
coming in better.
Our first 11 need to be looking at Lingard and saying, nah, we need to be a level above that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Lingard needs to come in and do a job. But if he's starting for us, week in, week out, it tells you how weak our squad is, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that's not Jesse's fault. That's the recruitment's fault. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm not expecting any more from Jesse than what he is, bro. And he's just a very good squad,
that's his capabilities.
Player,
he's not going to go on a 20-goal season and kind of, you know what I'm saying, do that whole...
Not at all.
Double figures assists, 20 goals. It's just not going to be him, is
do
it?
that.
Yeah. At J Palin says, do you think Herrera and possibly Mata leaving will have an influence on David De Gea signing a new contract? They're close friends and have that Spanish connection.
Yeah, but they're not going to the same club. Like Matt is not going to PSG.
I don't think it will. I just think De Gea is at a crossroads right now where he's definitely thinking, should I, shouldn't I? That's definitely going on. He doesn't look right at the moment. Something's going on there.
I think he wants the bread, bro.
There needs to be some serious money on the table, which we should absolutely give him. He's earned it. He's deserved it. He's the best keeper in the world. But he hasn't performed like the best keeper in the world at times this season. He hasn't been his usual self sometimes.
He hasn't.
By his own high standards.
To be fair with me, like same with Pogba, him and De Gea, like I try not to focus on their shortcomings because they're so good, innit? But when I look at David De Gea, like under Van Gaal, Mourinho, that brother saved us.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now, like, we're less reliant on him now than we have been for a very long time, bro.
So
like,
why does he
apart
not
from
look
the
as good
Tottenham game, yeah? Like, how many games are you thinking, you know what? That Dave's won this for us.
Yeah, it wasn't like last season.
Bro, it's not like that no more, innit? So when people are like, oh, like, if we lose their hair and this, that, and the other, bro, if he decides that he wants a new challenge, he don't owe us nothing. You know what I mean? Like, he stayed.
He's been here a long, long time.
And also,
not competed for half of what he should have, for how good he is.
But also, he's been with us, like, when we needed him at our darkest hour. Like, that hour's not there no more. So if he wanted to dip, I'd wholeheartedly support that. And also, I don't think he's irreplaceable. I don't, for the simple fact that there's a lot of shortcomings that he does have. Like, his commanding of the box isn't very good.
Distribution.
Yeah, his distribution's horrendous, bro. Yeah. He's kicking so bad. And I don't even really like talking about it because it's like, bro.
It's because he's so good. He's such a good shot stopper.
Such a good shot stopper, but his kicking is poor. It's dog shit. He's sweeping as shit as well, bro. He's so slow off his line. Do you know what I mean? And it's one of them ones where he saves himself because he stands up till the last minute.
Yeah, he's one-on-one situations and shot stopping. He's unmatched.
And bruv, I don't.
It goes back to the argument though.
And he can't save penalties either.
Nah, he never saves
penalties. Like, bruv, it's like, bruv, you're the best goalkeeper in the world, but you never save pens, bruv. You don't even go the right way.
Do you know? I just think pens is just a whole different thing because there's some keepers who are dead.
Yeah,
and Willy Caballero is just wicked at pens. Like,
but I'm like, bruv, you always dive the wrong way, fam.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck,
I just think it goes back to. I think what De Gea does though, he's almost like a throwback keeper in terms of he goes fuck all that, like good with your feet and Alisson doing all this shit.
He's good with his feet, saving it.
Yeah, but I mean like playing out and all that shit. Yeah, he's just like, I'm a keeper, innit? I shot stop. Like I stop the ball going over the line.
But this is it, and that's why when man are like, right, he's irreplaceable. For me, he's not, because what you're losing the shot stopping, you'll gain somewhere else. You'll just get a different style of goalkeeper. They won't be better than him. But what I'm saying is, like, say we sold man for 80 M's. It's fine.
But the thing is,
I saw man go on a cup run and
still,
Romero never conceded until the fucking
no, it's true.
semi-finals.
But we still have to go and find another top draw keeper though, which is always difficult.
Yeah. Or
They're
for one
still not going to be as
season,
good
you
as
just
him.
play Romero, blood, for one season. G, like he's good enough to be our keeper for one season. Man's an Argentine international, bruv. Romero's not shit, blood. I think
he's
he's
not
better
shit.
than fucking Lloris, blood. Lloris is just dropping the ball at people's fucking feet, blood. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's very.
Romero's better than him.
Yeah.
So it's just like, bro, when you think about it, like man, he plays in our Europa League and in our League Cup runs and that, he weren't conceding goals, bro. Romero was pulling off worldy saves. So I think that Romero is good enough here to hold goalposts for one season while we decide who we're gonna get. If we do lose Dave, I don't think it's the end of the world. I don't think that he owes us anything, and I think if he genuinely wants to leave, blood.
If he wants to leave, we have to let
man
him
go, blood.
If
Just
he
make
wants
sure
to leave,
you cash in on him, blood.
Yeah,
Don't
definitely.
let man run down his contract.
No.
Then
And he's only got a
man-
year left, so if he does want to leave, we have to sell him this summer.
This is it.
We have to, and for big money. Listen, we've come to the end of the show, man. That has flown by. We've done a longer show today, you know. It's been like nearly 50 minutes, nearly an hour.
But this is it.
And then I know what's going to happen as well because we've done this. These lot are going to be like, listen,
Do
it
it
should
more
be this.
often.
It should be this.
It's an accent. Leave it alone, blood.
Rants, the socials.
At Rants and Bants on Twitter and Instagram, and also on YouTube. Make sure you head over to that
That's it.
channel.
I'm on Flex UTD on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you add me on there and on Facebook as well, Flex UTD. Most importantly, make sure you're subscribing to United Stand, you're sharing all the videos and you're liking all the videos and following United Stand across all the platforms. The United Stand FC stuff is just, it's so exciting. I'm gassed right now. I'm gassed right now.
The kits are different.
The kits, you know what? Actually, seeing the boys, we had a little practice run. That video is coming out very shortly as well. You guys will see that. See my goal as well, and my misses. Seeing both sets of guys in the kits as well. The kits look good. Do you know what? I'm actually really liking the home one now. Actually, now I've seen it out, and it's like a proper United kit. Whereas you know, I was got the black on the bottom.
It's more like a United kit than the United kit.
Yeah, man. So shouts out to Jorty Devil on that. The design is just top notch, man. But the players we've got as well, man. Rant, your spot could be.
Bro, less of that, man.
Your spot could be. You know
I've got my 7 pattern, bro.
Yeah, man. So
Tech
look, we're really looking forward to keep showing you that side of what's going on. You guys are loving it as well. And the kits for all of you that keep asking from all around the world, because my inbox is going crazy, Rants' inbox is going crazy with people from all around the world.
Can we buy the kits?
The kits will be coming out very soon on Kit Locker. Phone really went worldwide. All of you lot can get it, and the merch as well. The hoodies, the jumpers, the polos, the jackets, everything as well will be available all around the world for you guys. So watch out for this space on that. We will see you same time, same place next week. Thank you lot for watching, and hopefully we do something against Barca.